On record. Okay. Right. Because we have a complaint about round ligaments, we are going to, right off the bat, begin by showing you an exercise that can help relieve the round ligaments. You'll need to stand for this. If you have a wall, use a wall. If you don't have a wall, use a couch, back of the couch, back of a chair, absolutely anything. But essentially what you're going to do is separate your legs. Place your hands either on the wall 10 centimeters below your shoulders, or bring your palms onto a surface that you can bring the spine parallel to the ground. Keep the legs really wide. Press the hands into the wall or bring your hands on top of a surface. And then just begin to soften around the uterus and soften around here. And simply by doing this first thing in the morning when you get out of bed, it can help the round ligaments condition so that when you move through the day, you're not going to have those severe tweaks that sometimes even turn into lightning crotch. And that one's fun. Use your imagination. We'll take some long, deep breaths here. Relax the uterus completely. Let the weight of baby fall into the round ligaments. And this helps to condition and stretch out the round ligaments. Just a few more breaths. Nice. And then bring your hands to your hips and slowly rise. And from here, we'll continue to condition the round ligaments before beginning our flow. Stand strongly on 2 feet. You can come back to your mat for this. And then lift and release one leg. Lift and release. Do that 5 or 6 times. And this just warms up the round ligaments, gets them working. It's usually, they tweak when you get out of bed. And then once they've tweaked, the rest of the day, you'll continue to feel the tweak. Stand on 2 feet and do it on the opposite side as well. Just pumping that round ligament, getting it warmed, getting it going. And even if you don't feel round ligament pain, by doing this in the morning before you get going with your day, you can sometimes avoid that round ligament sharp shooting pain, sometimes burning sensation. Beautiful. Stand with 2 feet to the ground, relax your arms by your side, and take a few moments to feel. Just noticing. The blood flow is now well and truly around the uterine muscles. The iliopsoas help to pump flow into this area, and the round ligaments got a little bit of a workout and a stretch as well, where they run at the base of the uterus and make fascial connections to the iliopsoas as well. Take some moments to settle into the midline. Become aware of how your structure feels. So if you do start to develop abdominal separations, it usually relates in part to your posture. So the tendency with people who get abdominal separations is to hollow the lower back and for the uterus to spill over the pubic bone a bit. So if you have a look, my butt sticks out, my belly sticks forward, there's no integrity to the deeper transverse muscles, and my shoulders usually kind of pull back, head forward. That is a typical posture that tends to encourage an abdominal separation. So you can take your fingers to the top of your pubic bone and your back of your hand onto your base of the sacrum. Now, pull the pubic bone up to the base of the uterus. And notice what happens when you do that. You flatten out the lower back slightly, and you also engage the deep transverse, which then holds the uterus strong and effectively, so that you don't overuse the abdominis rectus, but there's a relaxed sensation through the linea alba, which gives expansion without tearing and without overstretching. And simply by making that little adjustment. So if you have a closer look from overarch to there, that small adjustment is what's going to encourage. That's it, Kate. Beautiful. Taking hand to heart, hand to baby. Let's just take a moment to completely settle in to our whole body awareness now. Making that little adjustment to the pelvis as well to bring it to neutral will also encourage length through the spine. The shoulders will gently come on down. And this is a good posture to practice whenever you're standing. You're working in the kitchen, don't work without a conscious awareness. Work from this place of integral and integrity structure through the body as you move through the day. It'll make a huge difference to lower backache as well. Let's just take 5 deep breaths in the quiet as you gently take your awareness down into womb space and see where baby is on their timeline today. Beautiful. Come to stand at the front of your mat, feet apart, and we'll take pranayama light sweeps to begin with. Inhale, sweep your arms up, pray the palms. Exhale, deepen into your squat. Go halfway if the deep squat is too intense. Inhale, press into the feet, rise, sweep your arms high, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center as you come on down. You can come halfway if the squat feels too intense. Inhale, rise. And exhale, deepen into Malasana. 3 breaths in your squat. Feeling the broadness into the pelvis. Beautiful. Fingertips come to the ground. Parallel the feet. Step the right foot back. These movements, terrible for pubic symphysis pain, but amazing for round ligament tissues. Keep that right leg vibrant and strong, and slowly bring the hips down and peel the gaze up without touching the earth with your right knee. Kate, you definitely need to step your left foot further forward. The heel should not lift, and neither should you flop. And then from here, press back and take a wide pyramid. Inhale, grounding through the left heel as you deepen into the hips, look up. Exhale, press back, wide pyramid. Again, these movements really helping to open the iliopsoas, the adductors and abductors in the body. Take it back, wide pyramid. Pause. Taking a good stretch. Heel toe the left foot into the midline of the mat and spin the right heel to the ground. Place your left forearm to your thigh. Check in. Press the inner left thigh forward slightly, the right hip open. Don't conk into the left shoulder. You can even use your hand to push the shoulder into the joint. Once there, keep the frame, roll the outer edge of the right foot firmly into the mat. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, spread the fingers, peel the tissues open as you draw the elbow back and down. 3 sweeps. Beautiful. And on the final, it's a half bind. Release your head, drape it. Open the neckline on the right side. Deepen into the left knee. Keep grounding through the outer rim of the right foot. Find space across the front body. Instead of collapsing over the uterus and the top of the belly, you want to lift the heart and roll it up and open. Beautiful. Place your right palm back on the ground and then follow with the left. Heel toe the left foot out. Gently release the right knee to earth. Keep both hands on the ground. Hips forward on the inhale. We're going to take it back into the wide pyramids again. Lift the right knee, press back and bow. Inhale, right knee comes all the way to the ground, softer through the hips this time. Exhale, press back and down. One more time. All the way down this time, knee to the ground. Exhale, press back. Bow. Heel toe your left foot out to the outside of the mat. Step the right foot forward and deepen into Malasana squat. You'll get used to these, Kate. They prepare you for birth. And press into the feet. Pranayama light sweeps. We're building trust in the legs. Strengthen the legs as you inhale, reach the palms high. Exhale, deepen down, squat. These movements also help to tone the pelvic floor muscles correctly for birth. No need for crazy Kegels. We let those go in pregnancy. They are not effective, and sometimes they're more damaging than helpful. Deepen down and hold. 3 breaths in the squat. Beautiful. Fingertips come to the ground, parallel the feet, step the left foot back. Keep the muscles embracing the bone on that left leg, so don't crinkle the knee, keep the legs strong. And then sink the hips with a strong left leg. No need to bring the knee to the floor, feel the stretch through the thigh, and then press that wide pyramid. Inhale, deepen down. If the ground seems far away, your hands are on blocks. This can be helpful. Exhale, press back, wide pyramid. Notice which side of the body feels more stiff and which hamstrings feel stiffer. This is habitual patterning in the body that may be held through your natural movements throughout the day. Take it back into the wide pyramid now and hold. So it is not unusual to feel that the hamstrings are tighter on one side of the body than the other. Could be occupational hazard. You're an artist and you use your right palm more, for instance. You'll find that you are habitually much more right dominant than some people will be. Beautiful. Heel toe your right foot into the midline, spin the left heel to the ground, right forearm onto the right thigh. Again, press the right inner thigh forward, the left hip open, ground the shoulder into the shoulder joint, or bring it inwards, and then 3 sweeps of that left arm, big circles. Feel everything? These lymphatic movements, very important for pregnancy. Beautiful. Take it back into that half bind. Drape your head over your right shoulder without collapsing the right shoulder. Keep it grounding into the joint. Big full breaths. And open the front body so you're not collapsing over the top of the fundus, the uterus. The foundation feels super firm, the muscles are working. You're not hanging out on the joints and collapsing through the pelvis. Beautiful. Sweep that left arm up, bring it to the ground, followed by the right. Gently lower your left knee to the earth. You might need to heel toe your right foot out. Inhale as you swing the hips low. Exhale, rock it back to your wide pyramid again. This time, it's a softer flow as you bring the hips down. And exhale, press back. One more pulsation. All of these movements, so good for ligament pain. Press back, bow, hold. And then heel toe the right foot out to the side and gently swing the left leg forward. Come down into your squat. 3 breaths. Interlace palms this time. Inhale, rise. Heel toe the feet parallel, hips distance apart. Exhale, arms down by your side. And again, feel into your midline. Are you slipping over the pubic bone? Or can you bring that awareness of pubic bone snuggling to the base of the uterus, broadness through the ribs, relaxed shoulders, just an awareness into posture. Working a little bit with balance, which is so good for posture because it brings integrity to the standing leg. Shift the weight to the left, pick the right knee up. And then catch the right foot, and this time you're going to bring your right foot all the way up on top of your left thigh. And then press the right knee down. Hold that left foot, right foot, and press the knee down slightly. Again, lift up, feel the integrity at the base of the uterus, and keep your shoulders relaxed. Beautiful balance here. Bend your left knee and sit down a little. Bring your hands to heart center and hold. In that small seated crouch, breathe deep. You'll be feeling it into the hip. We want to. Stay with me. Nicely done. Reach both palms high. Pick your right knee up. Float the right leg back. Keep the left knee slightly bent. Hold. This is a flying swan. Spread your right toes. Gently land the ball of the right foot behind you. Takes practice to find these shapes. Oh, Kate's quite good at this, Jess. Reach both arms high. Inhale here. Exhale. Bend your right knee, fistified to the waist. Inhale, rise. Don't touch the earth, just bring the right knee down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fistifier. Now keep the hips low, straighten the right leg. Reach both palms high. Breathe deep. Beautiful. Finding that balance. One more breath. Strength and integrity into the legs, particularly that back leg. No crinkly legs. Lengthen. Spin on your feet. Rotate your toes so that they are parallel once again. Two options. Reach your palms forward or take a shoulder stretch. Interlace your hands behind you. Release the index fingers. Open the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then deeply hinge through the hips. Bow. Arms spin. Breath full. Beautiful. Relax your hands to the ground. Look to the front of the mat. Heel toe your left foot off to the side. Follow through with the right. And you're in squat front of the mat once again. Beautiful. Interlace your palms. Inhale, rise. Strength of the legs brings you up. Heel toe your feet. Parallel feet. Palms down by your side. 3 breaths. Tadasana Samasthiti. Awareness into the structure, posture. Shift the weight to the right. Pick your left knee up. Capture your left foot. Bring it high up the right thigh. And then guide the left knee down. Keep holding the foot and stay for some moments. An easy, relaxed gaze at some point in front of you will bring integrity to the balance. Let's deepen now. Bend the right knee. Bring both hands to heart center and sit down. Hold. Beautiful. Reach both palms high. Pick your left knee up. Bend the right knee slightly. Slide the left leg back long. Float. Find absolute balance there, and then sail that left foot to the back of the mat and reach both palms high into your high crescent. Back leg is strong. You're on the ball of the foot, preferably, Kate. So we're really working length and balance. That's it. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee comes down, fistifier to the hips. Inhale, rise, strengthening glutes and quads. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause here. Keep the hips low. Just straighten the left leg. Then reach your palms high and take some breaths. Beautiful. Softly swivel. This time we come into wide goddess. Toes turn out, knees track pretty much over the ankles. Arms can be straight, bracing, shoulders sliding up towards the ears. Fine. Try and lift the chest and deepen the pelvis. It's quite a strong pose. And we're going to work a little bit stronger now. Press into the feet. Inhale, sun goddess cycle. Reach your arms high. Exhale, elbows to the waist. Come down. Inhale, finding the strength of Kali, the goddess of power, destruction, and birth. Inhale, and exhale, death. Inhale, we always have to call on our deepest strength at some point in labor. It's just one of the transitions that we have to move through in order to reach motherhood. One of the privileges that women get to experience and that men seek in other ways, often dangerous. We don't have to seek it that way. We receive the power through the transitions of birth. Keep going. I know your legs could be feeling wobbly by now. Beautiful. And finally, let's take it into this wide goddess hold with the strength of Kali. When you want to give up, hold for a little longer because you can. Mind gives up before body, remember that. Straighten the legs, spin the toes to the long edge of the mat. Two choices. Either, as you reach your arms high, choose to take the palms down into your wide-legged forward fold, or once again, take your shoulder stretch. What will work for you today? If you're in the shoulder stretch, release palms to ground, orient to the front of the mat. Heel toe your right foot out, step the left foot forward, and you're in a squat. Take a relaxed squat. Relax the pelvic floor muscles. Relax into the breath. One of the skills of birth is to know when to be powerful and to know when to release. And one of the things that has trouble releasing is the pelvic floor. First babies sometimes can take a little while to push unless you get that pelvic floor to mind connection, in which case it makes for the pushing stage much, much easier. Beautiful. Fingertips come to the ground. Heel toe your feet parallel them half to hips distance. Inhalation, rise. Exhale, arms down by your side. Kate, I know that I'm throwing you into the deep end here, but I can see that you have fitness, so it's just working the balance. Sit down in the chair, reach both arms high. Take your right arm underneath your left, wrap and twist, lift the elbows. Pick your right leg up, wrap it over the left, either big toe to the ground if you're off balance, or wrap the foot entirely and deepen down, hold. Squeeze the thighs, even out the breath. Open your arms wide, create space in the front body. Softly float the right leg back, tilt the torso forward. Take your fingertips to the floor and reach your right arm up to the sky, half moon. Beautiful. Bend your left knee deeply. Gently float your right foot to the mat, back of the mat. Half bind the right arm behind you. Rise into a reverse warrior deep. Now, if you've been building strength over the last few weeks, you might feel tiptoe poses beneficial, in which case, pick your left heel up, thrust the ankle forward, deepen slightly, and lean into it, taking the reverse warrior. Heel comes down to ground, Open up, warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Place your hand lightly onto your shin. 3 sweeps of the right arm. Curl around, baby. Exhale, slim the ribs open, back and wide. 2 more times. Beautiful. Finally, take it back into that half bind again. Either gaze over your right shoulder or to your left toes. Do what feels good for your neck. Beautiful. Place both hands to the ground. Heel toe that left foot off to the left side. Gently swing the right foot to the front of the mat. Relaxed squat once again. Moving between intense activity to a place of relaxation. Concentric loading of the muscles to deep release. Just as happens in labor. Muscles work, release. Muscles work, release. And then bringing baby through the birth canal is a weird mixture of muscles working, but you're no longer aware of them, and then having to release enough to bring baby through the birth canal. Interlace the palms, inhale, rise. Heel toe the feet, hips distance, exhale, palms down by your side. Take a moment. Utkatasana, powerful pose. Sit down in the chair, reach both arms high. Left arm underneath the right, wrap and twist. Shift the weight onto the right leg, pick the left knee up, wrap and twist. Sit down deep, hold. Cactus the arms, goalpost them either side of the head. And then gently float into half moon. Right fingertips come to the ground. Left arm then reaches to the sky, half moon. Trust. Bend your right knee deeply. Sail your left foot to the back of the mat. Spin the heel. Check that your right heel aligns with the left arch. Half bind your left arm, rise, reverse the warrior. If you're taking tiptoe pose, pick the right heel up, thrust the ankle forward, take a deep tiptoe pose, completely optional. Straighten the right leg. Oh, no, warrior two, sorry, open the arms wide. Straighten the right leg, light palm on the right shin, left arm, 3 halos. Spread the fingers, be intentional with the movements. Work inside big, broad breaths. And with a half bind of that left arm behind you, either gaze over the left shoulder or to the right big toe. Beautiful. Release the half bind, palm comes to the earth. Bend the right knee, heel toe the foot out to the side. Left foot to the mat and deepen into your squat. Your glutes might let you know tomorrow that you had a squat class. Just maybe. Lift the hips, heel toe your feet hips distance apart, and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Gently release the right knee to the mat. Heel toe the left foot off to the side and stir the pot. When you stir the pot, you can rock, shimmy, round, change direction, do what feels good in that left hip. And then we'll bring the dragon to wing the dragon, if you are able to, bring your right forearm to the mat and then rotate the left toes straight out to the left side. So spin the left toes opposite the heel out to the left. Place your left palm on your left knee and press it away. Anchoring the weight slightly into that right shoulder. Now from here, draw the shoulders back and down and spin the gaze over the left shoulder for more. You can keep it soft and just keep both hands on the ground. That's also optional. Beautiful. Now we've prepped that left hip for a good pigeon. Press both hands to the ground, heel toe the left foot all the way over to the right side of the mat. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a strength move again. So anchor both hands into the ground, tuck your right toes under, and inhale, lift the right knee. Exhale, baby on the inside of the left thigh, straighten the leg and fold. Inhale, bring that right left shin almost down to the ground. Exhale, press back and bow. Inhale, float the left shin, bring it forward. Exhale, press back. Hold here for a moment. Walk both hands slightly more over to the right. Roll the right heel to the ground. Uterus on the inside of that left foot. And then only if you have space, walk your hands around the right left foot and bring your forehead to your shin. Keep pressing the right heel firmly into the ground and trying to get as much length through the left leg. We're working into the ITB here. A very good muscle to work into is it includes the meridian to the gallbladder, which is one of the areas that releases toxins and poisons from our body and processes fat correctly. Walk your hands forward, and now we'll gently float into pigeon. And today you might choose to take your sleeping pigeon right away, or if you want a quad stretch, may I suggest that you first tuck your left toes under, pick the knee up, and rock quite strongly backwards and forwards so that we tease out the fascia around the hips, and then lay that right thigh down, flip the foot out, catch it, and work into the quad. Now, one day I'm going to do a quad release class. It takes a wall, patience, and the ability to move through a little bit of agony. But it releases emotional rubble like nothing else. So one day we just have to do it because it really is amazing. Sometimes you'll cry for the rest of the day, but then you'll feel good again. Gently release that foot and bring the forearms down to the ground and relax in the pigeon. Press both palms to the ground. Gently slide the knees back. If you've got sleeves, lift them. Come onto your elbows and cross your wrists and touch your shoulders. This spaces the elbows correctly. You'll keep that spacing, but now interlace the palms and bring the full length of the forearms onto the ground, including the fists. Then from here, press up between the shoulder blades and mount the spine slightly. Tuck the toes under, pick the knees up, walk the feet forward slightly. Do not overshoot the elbows over the shoulders over the elbows. Pull the shoulders back. Bend the knees if you have to. Press firmly into the forearms and then engage through the legs so that you are equally bearing weight through the legs and the shoulders. Then from here, focus on spreading the shoulder blades and lifting the skin of the armpits, keeping the neck relaxed. Head should not be pushing into the ground. Building strength and integrity through the shoulder girdle. It'll stand you in good stead once baby's born. 3 more breaths, you can do it. Gently bring the knees down, spin them out slightly, and then just softly come into child's pose and relax. Your shoulders relax, your jaw relax, your neck. Just chill. Come onto all fours and work it out with 3 cat and cow breaths. Beautiful. To downward facing dog. Our first dog of the day, unusual for a yoga class, but that's how it is. Feel into it, enjoy the sturdiness of this dog. And look at your right palm, step your right foot to the right palm and bring the left knee down. Heel toe that right foot out to the side and stir the pot. These movements so important for helping baby into good position for birth. And just for helping create space through the hips. And everything that you can do now to help towards a good labor is well worth the time and the effort so that labor goes easier and shorter. Don't have to hang around for 2 days waiting for the body to open up. All of that's done through these movements. Beautiful. You can down now, take the left forearm to the mat, rotate the right toes outward to the right, and then press the right knee away. Option to spin the gaze over the right shoulder as well. If it all feels too much, soften everything out. Just do what feels right for your body. Beautiful. Hands come to the ground. Press up. Slowly heel toe the right foot all the way over to the right side of the mat. Cross thread twists. Tuck the left toes under exactly where they are. Pick the left knee up. Straighten both legs, bow over your right. Inhale, palms embrace the earth in down dog position, and slowly release the right shin to hover off the ground. Not all the way, Jessica, don't flop it out. Press that. Inhale, keep it strong, deepen down, shin hovers, that's it. And exhale, press back. One more time, inhale, deepen. Exhale, really working the strength of those thighs now. Press it back, also work into the joints. Now, baby is still on the inside of the right leg. You can walk your hands over to the right more if that feels good for you. Roll the left heel strongly to the ground. You'll feel an Achilles opening. As you bow, you'll also feel the ITD. If you're a runner, you'll enjoy this. Lift the gaze, walk forward slightly and lower the shin to ground. You can keep the left leg taut and rock the hips, or you can simply take it forward into your sleeping pigeon. You choose. If you're taking quad stretch, I suggest that you open the tissues first, then release the left leg, flip the foot up, and reach for the quad stretch. Working it through and out. If your knees are shouting at you, just skip it. Not worth creating instability in the knees. If the instability is already there, it will speak to you. Always listen. Beautiful. Gently release. And let's take it into the quiet sleeping pigeon, relaxing your body in the shape. placing palms to ground, gently slide that right shin back, coming onto all fours. One more dolphin, elbows to the ground. If you don't want to do a dolphin, come into child's pose. Otherwise, set up for your dolphin, touching your shoulders with opposite palms. Interlace, press firmly into the forearms. Tuck the toes under, round the spine. First, lift the hips and find a strong dolphin. Remember to try and spread out the negative ease around the shoulders. So in other words, pull the shoulders apart and then engage through the armpits. Keep the neck relaxed. Legs strong. If you're wobbly in the legs, your shoulders take too much. So strengthen up the legs and notice what happens. Also a good shape for easing round ligament pain. Gently bring the knees to the ground, hips back, relaxed child's pose, soften the shoulders and the jaw and the neck. Beautiful. Come up to sitting on the heels for a moment. Lengthening through the spine, relax the shoulders as you come up. We're going to work with a short restorative sequence. I cannot impress how incredible restorative shapes are for a pregnant body. There's a lot to be said for this kind of movement that we've just done for easing through the fascia and creating some ease in the body and working with strength. However, what a lot of people don't realize is that our restorative shapes can also bring a different kind of strength into the body, because a muscle that is tense all the time has no integrity and strength. A muscle that learns to relax completely can gain all the integrity and strength needed. So our restorative practice actually brings alignment, strength, and settles the nervous system. So you will need to grab a cushion or two off the couch. My preference is a large scatter cushion and a small scatter cushion. Or off the bed, big cushion, too big, two cushions, small cushion, because this is what you're going to do. I'm going to just lump out my larger scatter cushion. Yep, that looks about right, Jess. And then this one will be underneath the neck. It can be much smaller than this. This is just what I have. So, yep, those two look good. And then anything else, because we're going to lie on our right side first, stick another cushion into our neck, relax over that right side, liver side of the body compressed, reach the left arm over, and then we're just going to be here for some time in this shape. Now, these shapes are restorative because the cushions, bolsters, whatever you're using, the blankets, they relax the body and allow you to completely let go. Dismantling chronic tension through the muscles increases the strength and integrity of that muscle. This muscle, in this case, that we are focusing on is the diaphragm. When the diaphragm is tight, traumatized, not utilized correctly, holding on through the fascial attachment points to tight ribs with the intercostals not giving any movement, then our breath is impeded. So what we are doing here is focusing on the left side, all the fascial attachments in this plate patterning around the ribs. So we're opening up the intercostals in order to give freedom to the diaphragm. If your shoulder is not comfortable with the arm overhead, you can always place your hand on your heart with a relaxed arm. But if you want to experience a little bit more, you'll walk your left fingertips behind the level of the head, behind the crown, and this will give you a deeper stretch down the side body. You choose. Completely let go on the shape. Please close your eyes, soften, relax, release, and let go. 3 whole minutes more on this side. Beautiful. Really enjoyable to just let go into soft, relaxed breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. I bring awareness into my belly, letting go into the simplicity of being here now, just this much. I feel the peace that arises from not needing to change anything in this moment. No judgment, no need to be perfect, better, or other than I am. Just breathing. Awareness of the inflow and the outflow of the breath. Beautiful. We will gently move over to the other side. Bring your left palm to the ground, face side. Press into the earth. Slowly rise. Take your time. No jerky movements. Maybe even keeping the eyes closed. And gently roll on over to the other side. You're now lying on your left side. Again, make sure the cushion is comfortable in the crook of the neck. And then extend your right arm up and over. The tilt of the head encourages cerebrospinal flow around the brain, deep into the folds of the brain, where the pineal and pituitary lie, bringing nourishment to these master glands in the body. And as you settle into the shape, opening to just this moment, we learn to develop awareness of the almost imperceptible through noticing what is happening with the finest and most delicate observation. We can observe thoughts and let them go, because we allow things to be just as they are. Letting go into the moment, allowing my mind to be as I am. Allowing any feelings which arise to be just the way they are, with a simple acceptance of being in this moment. I sense how it feels to be in my body without resisting any sensations. Over and over, until with focused awareness, difficulty, discomforts in the body begin to dissolve of their own accord, simply by shining the light of awareness. Breath flowing in, breath ebbing away, in and out. Feeling the breath in my belly. My belly and my body do not know or judge. They simply experience, feeling the peace and spaciousness that arises from experiencing life in this moment. Trusting the way this moment is. Trust enough that it is safe to let go of the past and future, of expectations and worry and judgment. To let go into simply breathing in and breathing out. This makes space to experience life like a newborn child does, no preconceptions, just simple experience. I trust that it is okay to be fully in each moment of experience. Letting go of needing things to be different than they are. Letting go of preferring another experience to what is right now. As we are settling into how it really is for the last 5 breaths in this shape, feeling the peace, breathing in, expanding belly and baby, breathing out into spaciousness. And gently now, pressing a hand into the earth and rise to set up our cushions for final shape of relaxation. Pressing your hand into the ground as you feel ready, slowly rising. Taking whatever cushions you have available so that when you stack them and lie back into them, you can bring the soles of the feet together, lean back into the cushions, the head on another cushion or anything that you have. Now we're working and feeling into the whole diaphragm. We've opened left, we've opened right, and now this receptive shape will allow us to feel opening through the top as well. Soles of the feet together, knees open, a beautiful pose for bringing blood flow and regeneration into the root space, the sexual organs, uterus. Once in the shape, again, let go, relax, soften. If the lower back is sore, it means that it needs more support. The lower back should be pressed firmly into the cushions for that support. The cushion behind the head should be raised enough so that you don't feel strain in the neck. I, Kate, would just flip the cushion up on its edge behind your head to support the neck better. That's for you, Kate, because the head is tilting a little bit too far back. Just flip that cushion up a little bit and tuck it underneath the neck. There we go. Now you're going to relax. Feel the difference? That's it. Nice. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of our mission. Let each to our action bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth power and the fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Namaste, my friends. Have an effervescent day. Why not?